Hi Cancer, welcome to your March reading. So before I get started, I just want to thank my fellow Cancers that have actually asked for a personal reading with me. I started doing personal readings in February, and I have up until now just had such great experience with that. I love connecting with you guys one-on-one and just go into depth, about certain situations. And the amazing response I've got up until now is just, been like I've just been so grateful to step into this path and just, help you guys out and work with you guys one-on-one and just help people. And that's all I it's like all I ever wanted, and now I feel like I finally find like sort of my pathway to walk so I can actually do that. So I'm just really grateful, and if you would like a personal reading with me, you can find the information down here below. And also on my channel you can find another video where I will explain exactly how it works. So that aside, let's get into this March reading. Because I feel we are getting back into our element a little bit, even though that transit, like the transit between the Aquarian energy and the sun moving into Pisces was really heavy on most signs, but especially on us at Cancer, because once we finally sort of got used to getting in touch with our rationality, sort of like the strict sort of rational way of thinking and doing things in a certain order that the Aquarian energy, just asks of us in a way. Finally, when we got sort of in that flow, it completely like eclipsed, like completely the other way. So we went from an Aquarian energy right up until Pisces, and I see Pisces are like swimming in the water and just back in their element like that. And I feel we Cancers just we needed some time to catch up, and I feel like we're still a little bit in it. That's why I'm sitting here with candlelight, and it is already like the full moon energy is already here. So that's why I decided to, do my Cancer reading. So what I feel like is that we've bumped into a wall, and we can't go any further or over it or under it. We really need to break a wall down. That's what I literally feel we are doing right now. And a lot of my Cancers have had a hard time with being and loving and caring and assertive and taking care of ourselves and putting ourselves first, but also giving the right amount of energy to the others, and just, to just balance things out. And we just constantly feel like no matter how hard you try, in a way, it just won't connect, like it won't balance out, because once one side, one aspect in life is fluid, like it's going, and is balanced, the other side just it goes like all the way left. And it's just been really hard these last couple months, I feel, for Cancers to really find that balance, without completely being on one side and then on the other side. And yes, of course, every single reading I've done up until now, there we are. Cancer card. I love it when the Cancer card, the Chariot, shows up in the Cancer readings. Everything is surrounded by the past energies, all the triggers, all the emotional hurdles that we go through and the walls we keep bumping into are related to the past. And that's not because Cancer is the past sign. It's like, you know, we hold on too long or whatever they want to tell us, right? It's not about that. It's just about every reading I've done up until now. This Six of Cups has shown up. And that's because it's just the energy right now. And that's also because, of course, you know, we're going into Mercury retrograde on 23rd of March. And I feel the shadow period will start around the 15th. Maybe a little earlier. So feel the energies, and as a Cancer you are very intuitive. You can feel sort of energies coming up. Sometimes you have no idea why you feel sad or lonely or something. It's like this uneased feeling you can get when you have no reason to feel like that when you look at your surroundings. But then a week later something comes up and you already felt it coming. That's really a Cancer thing. And I feel like we know, we already know the past is gonna come. We feel it, we connect to it, like it's already coming. Like something from the past gonna come back. You know, with that cup of whatever. Cup of bullshit, cup of love, I don't know. I have to wait and see what's gonna come up. But that's the thing. A lot of times people say, yeah, to Cancers in general or about Cancers is that, you know, we're too sensitive or we're too emotional or we're too over the top when it comes to dealing with feelings and certain things, but we feel things coming. So sometimes when we are overreacting, you guys, you know, you felt it coming, and it was a part of things that were still coming in when something that has already happened and something that's happened in the present and everything, all the energies you feel them at one point. So you just feel very deeply. And why I'm telling you that is because I know there are some Cancers out there right now that just felt like, oh my God, am I falling back into this depression or am I going backwards? What is going on? What is going on? Why do I feel like this? Why am I so emotional? Why can't I sleep? Or why do I keep thinking about the past when I thought everything was done? Exactly. Temperance, balance, you know? And that's why I kept pointing to that, is that yes, those emotions are around us right now, so it's okay. It's gonna come and it's gonna go, and it's like the transit between the Aquarian and the Pisces energy, and then the Mercury retrograde coming up. We had a lunar eclipse. We had two full moons in 1 month. In January, we are gonna have two full moons in next month. It's just a lot of energy flows. But what I feel like right now is that by working towards breaking down the wall, by working towards balancing things out, by working towards releasing things from the past, by letting it come in and accepting it as it is, we are about to become the master of the chariot again. You know, the one that's on it, the one that decides which way we're going to go, the one that's going to have victory over a situation where we thought, you know, we lost everything. We actually gained everything. And I feel you're coming into this period when you finally know the reason why things happened. And when you know the reason why things happened, and we are accepting that reason, and we're seeing reason, you know, you're seeing reason. That's when we are releasing things. A Cancer can move on, and it's all about balancing it out, and that's not necessarily by taking action on things. Not always. It's more about feeling it, letting it come in, and how you look at it. you know, for what it is. And during Pisces energies, you know, the Sun in Pisces. Oh, well. Didn't I tell you he was already at the bottom? But there we go. There he is, bringing his message, his or her message. You know, they always want to come back, right? They always want a little piece of Cancer again. They can never stay away too long. Every Mercury retrograde, and yes, what they're bringing is the same amount of just, like I said, BS. Is it love? Is it BS? I feel it's the same thing, but it's not about them. It's not about the past coming back in. It's not about that past job or past person that has done you wrong. It's not about that this time around. It's about you seeing it for what it is. Exactly for what that person is and was. And accepting him or her the way he or she is and was. And then that's that. Looking at the person from new set of eyes instead of feeling somebody's energy through our own heart and showing compassion because this person been through a lot and he or she had a hard time, and we need to take care of the soul, you know. We need to heal because we're natural healers. Every Cancer has a natural healing ability. We just do. You see it. Cats won't leave us alone. Dogs won't leave us alone. Kids love to smile at us. It's because we're sending out a healing energy. It's just true. I noticed that with a lot of Cancers, whether they have like a Cancer rising or a Cancer moon. If you have Cancer in your chart, yeah, they intend to just not leave us alone. Not even the ex, you know. They always want to come back. Not gonna say anything about that. It's also not for everybody. But we all had one, you know. Wheel of Fortune, honey. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. And that's exactly what we need. We need a 180. And that's also what we felt like, what it feels like, this shift of energy is it's a 180. It's like from being like grounded and stable and, you know, doing things in a certain way to like, oh my God, I feel so much again. And then we as Cancer adapt to that much quicker than the other zodiac signs, except for Pisces. We adapt to that quicker, but we feel it more intense. So it comes at like this wave of emotions, and sometimes we just get, you know, overwhelmed by it, and that's okay. It's okay to not be okay, you know. Sometimes just feel. Don't put a label on it. Don't put a reason to it. Don't try to explain it. It's what you're supposed to feel and go through to be able to let the Wheel of Fortune happen. Because we need this shift. No more walking into walls. No more letting this past person coming in and see him as this when actually they come in with this energy. Getting back in control of the Chariot and just forward movement, but not necessarily forward movement of I'm moving on, I'm doing me, because a Cancer can do that very good. A Cancer can not contact the person or the job or the thing. Doesn't mean we don't think about it, but we don't call, we don't text, we don't do that. We're in control of that, like the Chariot. But we still hold on to it because it's still a sword in the back, like with the Ten of Swords, you know, what we had. it still lingers, it still adds up to it, it still triggers us, you know, because it's just, you know, it's hurt, it's past hurt. And if we can't see reason, we just feel, you know, we carry it with us, but we will move forward. Like we start doing things, you know, like I said, like we don't call, we don't text, you know, but we are still thinking about it. But we build up something new for ourselves, a new foundation, and new things. And, you know, outside, for the outside people, it all looks, you know, all in place and good and smiling and fun, and not trying to be over emotional or have other people have a look into what is actually going on inside. So that forward movement we all know, right? But this is a new forward movement. This is a moving away from the past hurt, in the sense of not running away or something, but just moving forward from it instead of running away from it, you know. Running from it, for it, like from it. But now we're like running towards it, deal with it, cut it off, see the person or the situation for what it was, and then really getting back in control, if you get what I'm saying. That is what's happening. So what else do we got going on? Because yes, we know these emotions, and yes, we know these shifts and these energies that are surrounding us. If you are still doubting this person from the past, what he or she has shown you was this in the past. If this is what they have shown you in the past, then this offer that's coming in towards the end of March is not this. It's not this. It's still this. But we always looked at that, as the Knight of Cups, you know. An offer, a love offer, and he's so sweet, he's he or she, you know. Don't nobody like that. Don't nobody can make me feel that at home. But it's always been this. Cannot put 100% blame with the other person. You know, it would be so nice if in a situation like this, there's only one person that does this. It always is a cycle of two, right? Takes two to tango, is what they say. The reason why they did this has nothing to do with something you didn't do. The reason why they did this and then walked off, or you sent them on the way, and the reason why they keep coming back has to do with what you offer and what you gave. Where they pulled this one on it, like a Seven of Swords, action on that, what you gave. But the reason why they keep coming back is because it is in what they took away, and what they left behind, and what you gave was just that purity. And often exes and stuff that come back, and I'm sorry, I'm so getting deep into like an ex situation because I feel like I need to. I feel like it's the most recent energy, overall energy for a Cancer right now. I'm sorry, I have to sneeze. I hope. No, it just went away. Oh, that's worse. The reason why they keep coming back to that, and they keep trying to reconcile with you, or to have like that little peace, it's not because necessarily like they trying to do this to you again. It's their addiction and their love they have for the way you looked at them. For the way that no matter what that other person did to you, with you, about you, around you, behind your back, you'll always still look at him as a Knight of Cups. You know, and that the way we can look at a person and the way we can make them feel about themselves. So not the way we feel about them. The way we make them feel about their self. That is what they are searching for when they come back. And we do it over and over. We still look at you like this. When you're doing this and you are always been this, we have looked at you like that. Like a cup of love, and you know, we give them confidence, we give them security, we give them love so deep that they can swim in it, you know, like that is the lack they're feeling. That's why they keep coming back, because no matter what type of person they are after you, they won't feel that way. That's why. And that's what I discovered myself, you know, over the years. And yes, once you look at that in a different way, and once you take off the veil, stop walking into the wall, you know, becoming, you know, in charge again of the chariot. Sorry. Been doing too much readings. That's when the sun is starting to shine, because the sun is starting to shine, Cancer. Don't worry about that. But sometimes we need to look at a situation very specifically, call it for and name it for what it is, exactly is, and accept that as is, and then we move forward. And we're learning that, like I said in like the December reading, I think we're becoming the Cancer 210 now. Like they're shifting, like a 5D energies are coming up, and we're shifting and we're evolving to the Cancer 210. You know, Cancers in 20 years from now will be the evolved version of what we used to be. And I feel now we're starting to work with the energies instead of fucking drowning in it sometimes, you know. And then we spend too much time on the land, you know, on land, and then we forget how to swim sometimes. Because we're both, right? We're water and land. We can do both. So the sun and the wheel of fortune, the chariot, success, forward movement, but clarity. So yes, clarifying this finally for what it is, you know. And then after we move towards that, we move towards the healing, because we're still in the healing process, you know. Yeah, and definitely could be a fire sign from the past that we've dealt with. Oh yeah, fire sign. Could be a fire sign, moon, sun, moon, or rising. I don't really want to pin it down to like a sign, but could be an air, fire energy. So they're coming in with like a fire energy. So that's sometimes they're so, but yeah, there we go. You got the Page of Cups coming after that. So that's already building down again, you know. They're coming in with pretty like persistent, with like the King of Wands. Like, oh my God, like they're back, and whoa, look what they brought. And it's just overwhelming. And then after that, they become the Page of Cups. So that's already less evolved. So they're going backwards, you know, like after like 1 or 2 weeks, they're already like downgraded their amount of passion, their amount of movement, their amount of evolvement, you know. So that's exactly as moving backwards. or it's the way you look at them. They go from the Knight of Cups with a serious offer to like the Page of Cups, you're seeing for what it is, and then you have the Seven of Swords, really seeing and getting clarity on that situation. So the High Priestess, right? Things coming to light. That's not that crazy. Aries got the same card as well. It's the knowledge that we were missing out on. It's the information that the last big piece of the puzzle, you know, that we were missing out on in a way. And gosh, I'm not saying it's easy, and I don't hope I make you guys feel like it's like, oh yeah, it's just gonna, you know, it's just really easy, so just do it. But it's so worth it, because look what we got going on. You coming in as the Empress, you know. So if you are dealing with like a new relationship and you're already in like this energy, you know, the sun and everything going good, you know, it could be that, you know, you guys are trying to get pregnant and you're getting good news on that. So that's a very specific message. I don't want to get too deep into that, but if you are, congratulations. Newfound creativity, newfound motivation, newfound energy, but really energized for this new beginning in a new way, coming from that creative heart, you know. So once you start manifesting from that energy of the Empress, she's so beautiful, right? She is about growth and involvement and fertility, and just anything she touches just turns into gold, because she does it with so much care and love and, you know, purity. I feel always with this card. And once you come from a newfound energy, you are starting to manifest different things in your life, different people. Once you vibrate higher, once you upgrade your vibration, because you've released certain things that kept you in a low vibration, once you go through this transfer, that's the moment where you are manifesting this new beginning. But also when people are gonna respond to you in a different way, they see you rising up, they see you moving, and the wheel's just gonna turn, you know. So things are gonna turn into your highest good, you know. Exactly. With that came the Death card. So that's really good, because that's exactly what is representing what we're going through right now. The Death card means endings, but like endings with like a very, very you know, like a very good new beginning, you know, like a new beginning. And with the Ace of Wands, it's a very like fiery, you know, and motivation coming from like a new energy. And that's exactly what it is. But because with the Death card, like for example, if we have like the world's like ending of cycles and starting a new cycle, and it's, you know, like that. But with the Death card, sometimes it can get hella uncomfortable. It just does, but it's for the highest good, and you will see reason really quick. And I feel like what we're going through right now, what we've been through in you know, in February and maybe a little bit January as well, that was like that uncomfortable feeling. Like, I know it's gonna end, but like when it's gonna restart up, you know, like when it's gonna like come a new starting fresh, and when is Wheel of Fortune gonna turn, and when will that sun start to shine, and when and where and what, you know. Uncomfortable, but necessary uncomfortable for us to stop walking into this thing, in this wall, and get back in control of our chariot, and to see things clearly and exactly for what it was and is, and what we're gonna manifest now. What do you want to manifest, you know? What is that new energy? And I feel by this card, you know, says a lot of different things. Right now, it came out with a death card, so I feel like a certain message will be a start of that, like, new cycle with online message or something you find out online. But it could also be that you drawing attention towards you because you're starting to vibrate higher, starting to send out energy from a whole new level. It just is the Cancer 210, right? People not used to that. People are used to coming back to you and you seeing them like this. Well, they're all up in their Seven of Swords type of lifestyle, you know, and you don't do that anymore. You won't allow it. You won't give them that power over you. They won't let them leave with another piece of you, you know, and another. You are now mirroring them. They're getting a piece of their own pie, you know? And that is exactly what the universe is trying to teach you over the years. And it's really positive. Like, I'm really like loving this reading for Cancer right now, because yes, I know this energy, and yes. Didn't Oh, I thought the card fell. Oh, it did. Sorry. I didn't look. The Three of Wands, exactly. Ships are coming in because you expect them to come in. Once you come from this new energy, once you start manifesting, once you know that the wheel of fortune is turning and your luck is starting to come back, and once you are feeling in control and in your element and see the sunshine, you just know it's gonna come in. Now is time, you know, now is the time for you to have your ships coming in. So that's not even a question, you know. Exactly. So we got another fire sign card. Could be an Aries, but what I feel like is like around around like the 10th of March, I feel we are starting to get into this Emperor energy. See is the couple, you know. So it could be like you're in a relationship and this person you've been dealing with is now vibrating on the same level as you, and you're gonna manifest something really like next level, you know. Together you're gonna build an empire. Together you're gonna make sure the house is stable and everything is running, you know, smoothly, and you guys are happy and you're supportive with each other, and you're just on one line right now again, you know, because you're coming from the same vibration, the two of you. Whether that is a man or a woman, doesn't matter. Whether you're like, you know, same-sex relationship, it doesn't matter, because it's the energy. You guys are embodying this together is the perfect combination, you know, bad cup, good cup kind of thing, but still having the same, you know, end goal. I believe in a way as well is that it is you are evolving, you know, knowing what you're worth, Cancer, because your worth is like sky high, you know, golden. Like I said, everything she touches turns into gold. You are the golden ticket, you know. Let me say like that. And I feel like finally acknowledging the worth you wear and got and hold. You know. And sometimes we can be a little crappy, you know. There we go. Serious offer. You know, whether this is another person coming in with like a serious offer. Manifesting that, you know, because you're now looking differently, starting to grow and learn how to look at yourself differently and have a different value, you know, about yourself and towards yourself. That's when the people are starting to come in with a very serious energy, because you're attracting that, because you are expecting it to come in. You do not allow anybody with this energy in your life anymore. It's over. That's done. Bah, you know, done. Doesn't mean we don't have feelings and emotions around that. We're working about with that. But the thing is, like, once we start sending out that energy and that self-worth, there's nothing more attractive than a confident Cancer, you know. It's not like we're insecure or something. It's just like we are just really giving, so we don't expect that much back, you know. But that is it, you know. They're starting to come in with all kinds of serious offers, and exactly like the Lovers card as well. Decisions, you know, they now all of a sudden want to be serious with you because they seen your shift in energy. And if we're not talking about a guy or person, it is like job related, like maybe the serious job offer or stuff gonna come in. Also, I feel like a big shift in, like, in the sense of you could have been really lucky with money this month, because we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Sun card, and then we got the Ace of Pentacles. So some money, you know, turning into your luck, like, you know, being, I'm sorry, but this is like a little bit too much cards. I want to go. That is just, you know, exactly because the Ten of Wands, you know, I'm sorry, there's one flipper. Yes, we have one, we have us, you know, the Queen of Cups, and then we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Ten of Wands coming out with it. Once you pull it down, once you say, okay, listen, I'm not willing to carry all of this load. We gotta split this equally, or I'm out, you know. I am not willing to just carry these Ten of Wands by myself. That, or you just putting down this whole situation or this heavy burden that you have with this person from the past, and you're just releasing that now. You're releasing and that energy, and that person, and the sort of power he or she had on you, putting that down. I'm really happy to see the Ten of Wands here. It's exactly what we needed to do. And then we have the Two of Cups. So like a soulmate ship. Like I said earlier on, like this couple, you know. And it doesn't necessarily need to be like a fire sign and, you know, an earth sign or whatever. It can just be the energy you're going to embody. But this couple is like that power couple. And I feel you really like in the upright. Could be like you've been dealing with another water sign, but could also be just, you know, a person that is aligned with their own emotions as well. This is a power couple. All I'm feeling is power couple, you know. So this future person or the person you're with right now, and this is another person. That is not the relationship you're in right now. If we are talking about this, you know, the power couple and the builder of the new foundation. That is what's coming up. So that's perfect. But that's also because, like I said, you raise your vibration. You now have a totally different way of viewing you, and sending out new energy is gonna attract new type of people. Yeah, because you see, it's such the opposite. It went from a slow moving offer, from a slow, you know, person that just took forever to get serious with you, or forever to come in, and all of a sudden we're like, whoa, like they're coming in rushing from all over the place, you know, because you are raising that vibration. So yes, that's what I feel. It's like you're gonna make certain new decisions, going through that energy. Then you're gonna start to give, you know, raise your own vibration. You're gonna, the wheel of fortune is gonna turn because you're putting these wands down and stuff. You're gonna see things for exactly what there is, and that sometimes is painful with that. You know, it's not always easy to like see things as they actually are. That's not easy, to take off these glasses and just see them for what they are. That's painful sometimes, it's uncomfortable, but it's necessary for you to move on. And where you're moving towards is just like good things. Not just like, oh, you're gonna have such a good month and just, money and, you might have like a fun date. No, I'm really talking about an elevating, like, and an evolution in your life path, That's the foundation, and that foundation is changing, and from that, everything is just gonna be different, And it takes time. Be compassionate towards yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. And just flow with these Pisces energies and the Pisces emotions. And I know this reading is not for everybody, but I have a very specific type of cancers that come to my readings. And I know I can go deep like this with you guys. So I so appreciate you guys sticking with me for 40 minutes. Got the Nine of Cups. And if you would like a personal reading with me after this reading, you can send me an email. If you maybe just want to talk about your situation, you can always just, send me an email anyway. I love to interact with you guys one-on-one. And have a great month in March. Don't be too hard on yourself. Gonna be okay. And flow with the Pisces water energy. It's always a crazy month in March for Cancers anyway. So love yourself, and I love you guys, and sending you all the blessings and light energy for this month. And I hope to see you in April. Bye guys. I love you guys. Bye.